Welcome back to Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about the Coleman CT200U. Now, this is the model that's currently for sale at SAMS for $450. And I really like doing a review on this a year later after owning it because I was kind of skeptical about getting something with a combustion engine that I figured I'd be working on it all the time. But it still works great. It starts up and runs just fine. And the thing about it is it's a 196. So the 196 is a pretty big engine, but the reason it doesn't go super fast is because it only has one gear ratio basically, so you can't change the gears on it. It doesn't have a suspension, but the tires are really fast, so it gives you a pretty smooth ride. And then it also it only has one brake, which I think is kind of strange. But the 196 engine could probably go about 40 to 45 miles an hour just the way it is, except it has a governor. Now, the governor, it has two governors. It has an internal governor, and it has the other governor that is for the throttle. So this is daylight, but it's still hard to see this. But the throttle governor is simply a screw right here. I don't know if you can see it, my fingers on it, and basically you tighten it or loosen it to let that work, and we loosened it all the way. People say take it out, you don't have to. We're gonna race the electrics first. Electrics. I lose every time riding electric because of the fact that I weigh so much more than Jason. And he's half my weight, well, more than half my weight. But with two equally powered electrics, he wins. So first I want to talk about how to start it. Now this thing is so easy, and that's one of the reasons I like it. And it's held up really well, and it gets the job done. First thing you want to do is flip the power switch on. So here's the power switch. That's off, that's on. Power switch is on. Then you're going to slide this choke here. And then you pull start it. Now I always like having electric start kind of stuff, like my motor's electric start and all that. But this is just the option they gave us. And then you let it warm up and flip that switch. And there she goes. And it's as simple as you just pull the accelerator and take off. And if it's not fully warmed up, which I did warm it up, if it's not fully warmed up, it's gonna die. Ready? Set. Spoke them that time. Power of combustion. So the other thing I like about this riding with, as an adult riding with my kids, is that it's bigger than even the E1000. Now you could definitely tell a major size difference in these two. Now I paid $300 for this, and it was like a Black Friday deal at Home Depot, and then about $400 for that as a sale that I got at Sam's. But they're $450, but they're both about $450. In fact, some places it costs like $500. I'll link this Amazon. And if I find the Sam's one, I'll link the Sam's one too. But it's just so much bigger than either one of them, and it's more comfortable for me to ride. Because the other ones have to be smaller and have lighter frames because you don't want to have to put too much battery on board for it to push. Plus, the batteries are probably the most expensive part, aside from the motor. But yeah, combustion has definitely got a whole lot more power. That's the power of combustion. Here's another shot of all three of them from this angle, and then we're going to do a couple more shots of different angles. Here's a shot from this angle, and you can just still see that Coleman is much bigger and comfortable. Here they are from the back side, and you can see how much bigger that thing is. And it is very comfortable, easy to ride, and we keep them all garage kept. So Jason, which of these do you like better? Of the electrics, I'm sorry.
I like this one better.
Okay, and it takes pretty much a similar banana seat kind of thing, the shape and styling that the Coleman does. Do you look forward to getting to ride the gas one day?
Yeah.
Do you think that it's too powerful for you right now? You're what, 10 years old, and
Yeah, it is.
so you feel like it's too powerful? Like I'm concerned that you would full throttle this thing and fall off, hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It's possible. And then if we take the internal governor off, it's definitely too fast for you. So a 12-year-old can get a license for up to a 125cc. This is 196cc. You can feel the power, but you can also feel when you hit a certain speed, which is like 25 to 27 miles an hour, that the governor kicks in and you just don't accelerate anymore. So what issues have you had with your electrics?
The electrics run out of fuel. Juice.
Good point. The electrics do run out after what, 30, 40 minutes, or?
Yeah,
I think because when you are lighter than I am, and we go on like a 30-minute ride, mine runs out of juice quicker because it's having to pull more. What about the chain on the Monster Moto?
Yeah, the chain on the Monster Moto comes off really easy.
So I don't know how to fix that. There's not a way for me to tighten that. I've tried. I just know how to get it back on. It's a pain. But what else? What other issues have you seen with the electric ones?
They don't have enough power.
Good point. Good point. So the power of the combustion engine, and I was a big advocate for going electric, and I really wanted to get an electric car, but the amount of weight that you're going to have to use for the batteries basically replaces the weight of the engine. But you have to. There's some give and takes there. So I don't know if an electric car is something I'd want to do in the future. And then the fact that I can just gas up and just keep going. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Do you have this trail bike? Do you have another bike you think's better, a motorcycle for a young man? Because we're probably going to end up moving from electrics as they get bigger in the next 3 years probably, and move on to gas powered. But like, subscribe, and Titanium Hanger out.